Mm-hmm. 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 Mud up to my ankles, rust on my ring. Old dog barking at nothing like he hear
really?
that curse.
Okay.
Well, just edit and fix that.
Smoke hanging in the door.
Crawler Carl.
Pants still
Dungeon
hot
Crawler
from
Carl.
the fire.
And I think it's
Picture
actually on
face
Backer
down
Kit.
on the table,
Okay.
but still sitting.
I am
here
not
it is.
100%
It's on
sure.
Kickstarter.
It wasn't on Kickstarter. See, I was right to begin with, and then I thought I was wrong. I do that a lot.
Well, here,
I
let
think
me
that's myself.
hold on a second.
We'll just delete all of that. Me wondering.
No, that's okay. No, we leave it. We leave all the wonderful little things in. Like,
Oh, that's
the
it. I'm
thing
never
is-
coming on here again.
The thing is, Kickstarter has done all the books too, as he turned them into hardcovers. They've all been Kickstarter.
Yes. So he's done a lot of things. Well, now you can go to Barnes and Noble and get the series, but they do a lot of other stuff. Like he just had a different crowdfunding campaign from, I think, Vault Comics did the comics for this too, like a spin-off comic series, which looked really good.
That was on Backer Kit, Crocodile.
Yes, that's what it was. I got them confused because the Crocodile one was on Backer Kit, and this one's going to be on Kickstarter. There's so many I can't keep them straight. There is so much amazing and hilarious merch out there for Dungeon Crawler Carl too. I love that Matt just wears the fan stuff that he shouldn't be wearing. It makes me giggle. He's like, "This is a knockoff, and it's great." I love it.
Oh, this is great. This is great. I'm gonna have to buy it now.
No,
definitely.
Darn.
Did you go to Kickstarter, Ed?
Yeah, but I'm in Canada, and my internet is definitely smoke signals, and
you got to do. It's called Kickstarter.
I think this is the minifigs and the pin. This is the pins. This is what share. You're looking at the pins, I think.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Kickstarter. There it is. Log in. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Okay, now I'm gonna type Dungeon Crawler.
There's so many Dungeon Crawler Carl campaigns out there.
Right.
Carl. RPG. Can I just?
That'll
work? Okay, here goes nothing. Oops. We couldn't find any projects that match your search.
Really? I typed in Dungeon Carl. These are the. Take it back. This is on Kickstarter. It's just the pins.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a different thing. Like I said, there's so much stuff
What's it
out
called?
there.
What'd you say it was? Kickstarter backer or what?
Hold on, I'll just get the link.
No, those are the hardcovers and the Volume 2 and Volume 3 limited edition. That's all I'm getting on Kickstarter.
I have messaged them directly to send us the link because my internet's being fussy because I'm already doing a video and the weather is terrible.
Yeah. Right. Should it be Renegade or should it be Matt?
It's Renegade.
Okay.
My friends, I'm going to leave you to solve this conundrum. I need to step away, so it's been a pleasure to meet you, BJ.
It was so nice to meet you, and I'm sorry. I feel like we didn't get to talk much. Perhaps next time.
Another time.
Let's talk.
But I'm going to bid you a fond farewell and let them talk to you all about Dungeon Crawler Carl and focus the attention where it rightfully deserves on you, since you were the guest this weekend. So take care, everyone. Thanks for having me stop in.
Yeah, Eric,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Thanks. And as you can see, this is how we roll.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna just pause this while I try to find this.
No, that's okay. No, like I said,
up.
this is why we do a lot of.
I see what you mean, though. I'm scrolling and scrolling.
It's hard to find it. I know, and in part, it's partially my fault because I put this in the calendar wrong. I had meant to have all this prepared and links and everything for you before I hopped on here because I figured someone would ask. But I know I've seen ads for signing up. Oh, maybe if I just log in too.
TTRPGs, Fantasy Roll Top, let's see.
Backer Kit.
Is it on Backer Kit? I told you it was on Backer Kit. See, I've been wrong so many times, and you were like, no, you were
Oh, my God.
Will you enter the dungeon? Sign up.
That's
I will. Follow the campaign or I will kill your mother.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And if we can find this after all this effort, so can you with an easy link that we will supply for you.
Oh, my God.
This is terrible.
Okay, I have signed up. Wow.
I'm doing it now.
Wonderful.
Because how many mothers can I have killed? No, never mind. Let's not go there. Yes, and that is the non-final sketch that I have been seeing around. The bottom of his foot. Yes.
Yes, the bottom of his foot. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I knew I'd seen this before, but okay, now
it's all over the place. Yeah. And I thought it was on BackerKit, then I just could not find it.
Oh, apparently I'm already on BackerKit because it says that email's been taken.
Well, obviously you've just forgotten your password.
Apparently I have email. Yeah.
What? Are there passwords for this thing? Doesn't everybody know me?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually...
We're doing a solo or 2-player co-op card crafting deck builder, too.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh, they are. What else are you doing?
Yes, what are you doing?
Honestly, a lot of my year was wrapped up with Paizo and working on getting the Kickstarter through, or the BackerKit through, for the campaign for the Pathfinder Quest board game. I don't know if any of y'all saw that. The campaign concluded just like, it's in October, I guess, the end of October. It's Pathfinder Quest, and it's a cooperative adventure board game for like 1 to 4 players. And you don't need a game master. There's no prep. It's just, you just dive in. I would say that it hits that simple point in board games between like Gloomhaven and Hero Quest. Like, you know how when you play Hero Quest, I love Hero Quest, but sometimes it's just too simple. And you're like, I want a little bit more crunchy. But then you go over to the other side and you've got Gloomhaven, and it's just this massive undertaking. This really neatly falls in the middle. And it's just a really nice adventure board game. It's very easy to get into. It's very fun. If you want to get your family or your friends into role-playing games and you want them to play D&D or Pathfinder with you, this is a great entry point. This is like, you play this and it's a board game, but you still have kind of the feel of an RPG adventure. And this is a wonderful jumping off point to get them to sort of understand what adventure games are, and then maybe get to the table with like a beginner box or a simple role-playing game. And so I spent a lot of time working on that and running the campaign for it, working on getting the campaign all put together and everything. And then I've been working too on, the problem is I have a lot of projects and every one of them is so far out I can't talk about them. I've worked on some Pathfinder 2nd Edition stuff recently. Both of them are very cool. Unfortunately, I am not allowed. They haven't even announced like the titles for these books. So I can't tell you what specifically it's about, because I asked before I came on here. I was like, oh, can I please talk about this? And they said no.
Party poopers.
It is a book that's themed around a particular type of creature. So like Paizo did, you'll recall, Book of the Dead for the undead. And so that book that I worked on recently is going to be a similar style. Obviously, it's not going to be about the dead or the undead because they've already done that, but it is going to be similarly focused on a particular type of creature. And I really wish I could, but I am not yet allowed to tell anybody what that book is because they themselves have not announced it yet. But they will. So I've done that, and I've done some other work for them, but it's way out into like next year's releases because they write their stuff so far in advance.
Right.
And then I am working on that board game that I just woke up one morning and had fully formed in my brain.
That's incredible that you did that. That's
cool. That's cool. So
I can't wait for the world to see it.
But you can talk about Pathfinder Quest because it's done. The Kickstarter campaign is over.
Absolutely, the campaign is over, and it
really should ship in May or something like that.
Yeah, I think it should be shipping in April or May, something like that. And it should be on shelves by mid-year. You'll be able to see it in game stores. A lot of distributors picked it up.
So this is the one where you get lots of little plastic minis.
So
you build the board as you play the tiles out, and the board can change from play to place. So you've got the tiles that you put out, like the dungeon, and then you've got all these miniatures. And I'm going to be completely honest. I love miniatures, and of course, just like everybody else, I've got countless miniatures. I've had thousands of silly things, and I'm never going to get them all painted, and I accept that. I paint as I can, right? Like, and then I also tend to acquire these crazy things that take me forever to do. Like, I'll be like, you know what? I think I'll build and paint a Warhammer tank in my free time. Well, that's not going to happen very quickly. So my little miniatures take a side seat. But this particular campaign was interesting because we did a sort of a co-campaign with the fantastic folks at My Mini Factory.
And those people are wonderful. I really, them and Titan Forge. So Titan Forge, Paizo, and My Mini Factory kind of bond together and did this miniature campaign to go with it. So the board game itself comes with a small number of like the heroes that are in the game, like, with Ezrin and Kira and the other like iconic figures that people know from the Pathfinder world. And then there are a great many miniatures, like a couple hundred miniatures that you actually get in the base game in pawns. And they come in the cardboard pawns that everybody's so fond of that Paizo puts out. But this campaign went a step further and got actual 3D printable miniatures for the rest of them in the game. So like, even if you're like, I don't know if I'll play that board game, the campaign was completely worth it just to get these STLs to print. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but we've got like 2 or 3 or 3D printers now. So, I have a lot of hobbies. Okay.
Gotta have a hobby.
Yeah, I gotta have a hobby or 12.
I'm now picturing your Black Ops truck tooling with traffic with little plastic minis painted black to go with it, glued all over the hood and the side.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
Don't give her ideas.
I may have to like glue a miniature to the dashboard just for now. It'll go really great. And I think there's a beholder in my truck, so some people have dice hanging from theirs. I have the pink D&D beholder instead. That's a little stuffed pink D&D beholder.
I love it. Yeah.
And then dangling from that is the Gears of War symbol.
Oh my god.
There's a beholder and a Gears of War symbol, and then the back of my truck has a decal that's a D20, and it says, "This is how I roll."
Oh, nice. I've seen that one, yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'll have to ask you to step out of the truck.
But to get back to the miniatures, there are quite a lot of them, and I had a really good time. I went on Richard Inky, I think it is. He does this like painting podcast, and I got to go in there a couple times and have fun painting with him. He's always a joy to spend time with. And there's just so many of them to paint. You get the Time Dragon, which is really, really cool. And if you got the game and then you got the miniatures from My Mini Factory, you actually got 2 versions of it, which was really fun. But there was just countless miniatures in there, so you could use them. And this was one of the neat things about it, was that you can get this game, you can introduce your friends to it, you can play it, you can enjoy it. And there was eventually, it just kept going and going and going. So eventually we were just like, I don't know, we're just unlocking things. And we did a sort of making it an unlimited thing. So one of the last unlocks was Endless Adventure. And so it's a way to randomize the dungeon so that you can replay it, and it has like unlimited replayability. But also you can then take these miniatures, because they are literally monsters from the books, from the Pathfinder bestiary. So you can then put them in your Pathfinder game and you can play them. So if you're playing Pathfinder 2nd edition with your friends, this board game and the miniatures that go with it and the ones that you can buy as add-ons, they serve double duty. So I think it was a really good deal, and people really loved it. There was a lot of support from the community, and I think it'll be great. I look forward to the expansions they'll probably make for it.
So like people like me could come along and just buy a plastic Time Dragon without an STL and a thingy?
Well, actually, if you
as a non-game designer,
yeah. See, and that is one of the things that I would love to solve. But no, you can go to My Mini Factory and Titan Forge. They have if you can't print them, they will print them for you and ship them to you. So yes, if you do not have a 3D printer, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, you can just have them do all the work and save yourself the time, the frustration, and the reprinting because you messed it up. Absolutely. Which I personally think is probably the better way to go, but I prefer to frustrate myself, I guess.
yeah. I
do things as complicated as you can, right?
Well, I'm always thinking, there's always this, what can people who are disabled and so on and can't get out in the community, how could they earn a living? They could earn a living by sitting at home and painting everybody else's minis.
There you go. There you go.
Because there are all of us who'd say, I just want the finished painted mini. Is it too much to ask?
Do you know, I love to do painting, but I would probably pay somebody to put together my Warhammer army. Like, I would paint them, but if someone could just put them together, I get so frustrated because I don't have I have arthritis in my hands, and I don't have the best feeling in my fingertips. Like even sometimes my phone is like, what? There's not a finger there, right? I just don't have good circulation. Like I'm serious. I'll be trying to use it, and it's like, no,
she said.
Don't recognize. But yeah, so I get frustrated with those little Warhammer bits because they're so tiny, and I'm trying to glue them together. And I can use like tweezers and stuff, but you drop them. And I'm also a perfectionist, right? So if someone else builds it and it's a little bit off, I'm like, whatever, I might sand it and put some goo on it or something, but it's no big deal. But if I build it, boy, it's got to be perfect.
It's got to be perfect.
No, I get that. Yeah.
So I just spend way longer than I should putting those things together. So I think that there is really a market out there for some of us to be like, look,
that's a good idea.
Could you just put these together for me, and I will give you the money, and then you can send them back for me to paint, or maybe paint the repetitive ones. I love painting the figures. Like I did like a turtle that I had a lot of fun with. It was one of the turtles from the sets, and I'm doing a tank now, and that's great. But when I've got to do like 50 of the little blueberry marines or whatever, I'm so bored.
They're all
and
blue.
I have to entertain myself somehow. So at this point, we've 3D printed Hello Kitty ears, and I'm putting cat ears on the little space marines and painting them girly colors just to annoy people, and because it keeps me entertained.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I have a little bit too much fun.
Yeah,
with it.
I had a friend who was into minis back in the days when they were 54 millimeter metal.
Oh goodness!
I have them all up here.
I have some of those.
And then Airfix came out with the cheapy little OO's gauge. Yellow waxy.
The waxy thing.
Yeah. But you could buy a box of them for 99 cents. You get so then little kids could have their armies, because they could afford that from their, and he had a grandmother living with him, and she looked at this and he was like, oh, they're all yellow. And he tried painting them, and of course they have that goo all over them.
Yeah.
And the paint just, and he had to go to school, so he sort of cried because all the paint ran off, and I had to go off to school. And the grandmother took them, and she went down to the shop, and she did a sandblast to give it.
For primer.
Took them out to the garage, and she spray painted them all.
Beautiful.
And then when he came home, she had a straight pin in her hands, and she was putting in the eyeballs.
Oh, that's Grandma. That's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, she likes to paint the miniatures. And in fact, she plays and everything. I'm not going to say how old she is. She might hunt me down.
You don't have to say how old
she's 29.
Elderly, I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that either. Actually,
29.
That's right. She's 29, and 29. She does. She loves to paint. She will buy the miniatures, and she would paint them and give them to us for the holidays. So painted up and everything. She had a lot of fun with that. I think the last metal miniature that I got was Margaret's Joey. They did a run of her dog Joey, and she gave me one at Gen Con. I think that's the last metal one I've seen in a long time. I used to do. I think I've got one of my. Yes, I do.
Bottle on the windowsill sweating, same as the shame on my skin. Said I quit that late night rambling, then a dog just pulled me in. Tracks led out to the levee, one said coming back alone. Talks off to the black water like it might answer my phone. Got this swamp water in my shoe, can't shake the way I'm losing you. Every step just pull me down, every breath that I breathe turns brown. Swamp water in my shoe, Lord, is dragging me back to you. Hear that low wind moan in the pine.